Well, hello, my fine feathered friends. It's another fine, fun episode of Ghost Stories Told from the South with your most favorite host with the most, Stephen LeBooth, the guy with the creeps, the man with the peeps, the man who tells the spookiest stories around. And I got some good stuff for you today again. And it's across the pond from London and in England, all that area over there. So, but if you're wondering why my co-host isn't here today, Lexi isn't here because she hasn't been feeling good. She's been sick, so she's off work. She has to stay at the house. So she ain't got COVID or nothing. She just been real sick, and she got the stomach bug because she works at a daycare. So, but I'll send shouts out to her from you guys. But I hope you guys are having a good day, good evening, good afternoon, whenever you're listening to this. I hope you are ready for some scary stories. I got a pretty good one to start off with. So, and a lot of these are from London, the England, United Kingdom area, however you word that exactly. Sorry if I'm butchering it. But yeah, I hope everybody's having a good day, and hope your work week's going great, man. But sorry for the late posting. Lexi, like I said, got sick, and she called me today and said, just go ahead and record without me today. And so we'll do that, guys. Well, I guess we'll get on with the shindig here. And I do want to say thank you to everybody who listens and downloads and all that. And don't forget, you YouTube guys watching this on YouTube, go give me a thumbs up, subscribe. Same thing for you guys listening. And y'all can come on YouTube and watch the videos. I'm starting to post more videos, me and Lexi are, to get more people looking at us, noticing us. But we do love you guys, and thank you for your undivided attention that you give us. Hope we don't disappoint. All right. I guess I'll get on down with it here. Let me write my time down. Okay, we're gonna go with the Tower of London, the ghost of the Tower of London. There's a headless ghost. There's a suffocating sensation, and a wandering woman in white. That seems to be a key in a lot of just anything. A woman in white. I mean, that's very famous, I guess is the word I'm looking for. It's in a lot of the stories, man. Okay, here we go. From headless apparitions of Anne Boleyn to the distraught of the two murdered princesses, tall tales of many Tower of London ghosts. Of course, since being founded in get this 1000 I don't know how you'd say that's in years, year 1067 is when it was founded. Yeah, it's kind of weird. So it was 1067 is when it was founded. The tower has been the tower has seen more than its fair share of ghostly happenings and grisly deaths. Even so, its depth and breadth of creepy stories which alarms most visitors. From nasty smells to ice-cold rooms to mischievous poltergeist and death bears and stories of acceptable and stories of examples of the Tower of London's ghost. Okay, let's start off with what's the first ghost here. Okay, many famous figures have been seen and untimely deaths in the Tower of London. In 1483, two young princes were infamously murdered in the tower, with their murder remaining unsolved still to this day. I think this is where they didn't find the bodies till later. They found the skeletons. But yeah, they was in this tower and they disappeared. It's fucking crazy. I don't know if y'all have heard about this one, but yeah, it's two princes. What they think is what happened to their uncle, because I guess he would get power if they weren't alive. So he locked them in the tower and had them killed, supposedly. But no one ever, tried to find out who really did it or what. So many other tales of the Tower of London's ghost involve Anne Boleyn. Anne was of course imprisoned in the tower and beheaded in 1536. That's a good way to start off a relationship. I love you, but I'm gonna behead you. It's said that her headless torso paces through the tower at night, and it's mostly frequently spotted in the chapel of the St. Pier, where she was buried following her execution. In 1864, it's recorded that a soldier guarding the tower saw the terrifying headless figure of Anne, panicked, and tried to stab it with his bayonet, but the dagger, of course, went straight through her ghostly figure, and the soldier fainted from the fright and was about to have a meltdown was about to be in trouble for being asleep on duty. Because when they found him, he was, asleep, passed the hell out because he got the shit scared out of him. Well, think about it. He's sitting out there minding his own business, and yeah, that's crazy. However, many other guards came forward and claimed they'd also seen the ghost of Anne whistled at night. Many other guards claimed they also seen the ghost of Anne at night too on duty. As a result, the soldier was left off, so he didn't get in trouble because other people came up and they're like, well, don't do it again. Other people said it happened to them, but see. Okay, that was Miss Anne. Now we're going to go with the unhappy haunt. An unhappy haunt. The ghost of Anna in her retinue in St. Piers Chapel. There's another famous story of Anna Boleyn's ghost in the tower. Sorry, I'm flipping pages, man. Trying to grab one and I'm grabbing two at one damn time. Anna's body was originally buried beneath the floor of the St. Piers Chapel in 1876. Queen Victoria ordered that the bodies in the chapel should be exhumed and burned, and buried more appropriately. A short while later, one of the captains of the guards was patrolling the tower at night, and he saw a strange flickering light in the chapel. He climbed to one of the windows and pressed his face against the glass, and he was amazed at what he saw. Inside the chapel, he saw a procession of lords and ladies and knights in armor. At the center of the festival was a small, decorated, dressed woman. Later, he identified her as Anne. He remained at the window, transfixed by these strangers and otherworldly scenes. After a few minutes, the lights of the chapel faded, and the procession of ghosts disappeared into thin air. The captain of the guards was left gazing through the window of a dark, empty old church. Oh, didn't mean to block you there. You need to see my pretty face. The infamous entranceway of the Trader's Gate. Some of the tower's most famous prisoners entered through here, and many did not make it out alive. Now we're going to go to the mystery white woman in Castle Keep. Okay, the White Tower is effectively the keep at the heart of the Tower of London. I almost said Landon. The Tower of Landon. Landon! Oh, Landon, I love you so much, you son of a... Come here, baby. Alright, let's get back to the story. Almost every castle keep in England seems to be haunted by a common ghost. A specter of a woman either dressed in white or black robes. See, she likes to change it up there. She's like, what do you think, honey? Should I go haunting tonight in white or black? What do you say? That's white woman or black woman featured in countless stories. They haunt all manner of the castles, from Warwick to Goodrich to Tomworth to Leeds. Okay. The White Woman Tower is a... They say the woman in the white, the woman in white is the spookier of all the ghosts. Some visitors only glimpse get a glimpse. Oh, some visitors get a glimpse of the woman in white just in the corner of their eyes. A lot of them never get full contact, like eye to eye or anything. It's just at the corner of their eye they'll see it. Then quite suddenly they smell the terrible smell of an old, overpowering perfume. This is the White Tower. The ghost of the White Woman is said to haunt this place. Some visitors have smelt the nasty aroma of her perfume and felt her tap on their shoulder. Some visitors then describe the feeling of the world closing around them and the chills run from their neck down to their spine. That's just spiny crazy. In recent years, tourists of the tower even reported the sensation that something is tapping them on the shoulder. When they turn around, there's nothing there. Just a wisp of a white which disappears into the air. All right, now we're going to talk about, I guess, somebody else now. Here's the story of Edmund Lenthal Swift. He was the keeper of the crown jewels between 1814 to 1852. He lived inside the Tower of London with his family. The family jewels. He was guarding the family jewels. He recorded a truly spooky experience one night in his own words. It was a Saturday night in October. And he said it was about the witching hour, so it was about midnight. He was the jeweler of the house, the doleful prison of Anne Boleyn. The windows were closed. The curtains were pulled over, and the room was lit by a couple of candles. His family, they were seated with him. This is This is one of the most derogative ceilings. Derogative ceilings of the tower's most notorious spots, the Bloody Tower. Suddenly, something very odd happened. Let's hear it exactly in his own words. He said, "My mother looked up and exclaimed, 'Good God, what is that?' I looked up and saw a cylindrical figure like a glass tube, seemingly about the thickness of my arm. It was hovering between the ceiling and the tables. The contents appeared to be dense fluid, white and pulsy, like the gathering of summer clouds, instantly rolling and mildling within the cylinder. It lasted for about 2 minutes. Then it became slowly to move before my sister-in-law. Sorry, didn't mean to pick the nose on the old channel. I didn't pick it. I'm just kidding. Where was I? Gathering. Okay, by his sister-in-law. Following the oblong shape of the table before my son and myself, passing behind my wife, it paused for a minute over her right shoulder. Instantly, they crouched down, and with both hands covering their shoulders, she shrieked out, "Oh Christ, it has seized me." Even now, while writing, I feel freshly horrified of that moment. That's crazy. So this was a story of the jewel keeper telling what he encountered. Sorry, someone text me. I'm fixing to talk. I was just, I got sidetracked, and I'm so sorry. Okay. That was a pretty cool little story. So that was a jewel keeper. He tended the family jewels. Little perverty guy there. Deadly version of the devilish. Okay, here's a story of the deathly vision of a devilish bear. Okay, let's see what all that's about. And I don't know why I did. Oh, because that does not go there. Make sure I got the right thing here. Okay. Sorry, guys. Just days after the strange event. Okay, wait. That wasn't fucking it. I got my shit mixed up here. Well, you know what? I'll talk about... This is still all the Tower of London stuff, so I'll go with this guy. This will be the last Tower of London story. We're going to go over the spirit of Henry V and his armor. The most popular... Okay. The old armor of Henry V is said to be possessed by a particular malevolent ghost. This is in one of the towers, too. To explain, over the years, many guards have reported horrible sensation when patrolling the Tower of London at night. Different men and women have described the feeling of dread or of chills running through their spine when entering a particular chamber. However, some guards have told of truly horrifying experiences. Some describe walking into a room and feeling like they are being crushed alive. Some say it feels like a demon has jumped from the ceiling and has wrapped its arms tight around their chest. It's trying to suffocate them, they say. Otherwise, Others say that it feels like an invisible monster trying to strangle them. They felt the tight grip of hands around their neck and have stumbled, gasping for oxygen, into another room. Man, see, I don't know how I'd feel if I got attacked by a ghost or something. That would be so crazy. Now they wonder, does a terrible suffocating demon inhabit King Henry's armor? You never know. But they managed to escape the room, but they also come away with bright red marks on their neck too. So they get squeezed to death and they get slashed. That's crazy. But I mean, old stuff like that, you don't know how many battles that armor's been in, or anything like that. I mean, how much blood has been spilt on that thing. You never know, man. You never know, Frankenbean. Okay. Let's see what we got next for my fellas and my ladies. Did I already do this or not? Okay. Okay, here's another one. Now, this one probably won't be as long, but it'll be good. How'd y'all like the Tower of London stories? That was pretty good. I mean, buildings like that, man, with the history, that thing's been there since 1067. So it's got so much history, so much death there. There's no telling how many spirits are in a place like that. Especially, that's why I kind of like digging into that. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like the stories in the States, but they're not as some of these. Our stories are not as old as some of these buildings and stuff over there that have so much history in them. I mean, some of the pubs over there are older than America. I mean, damn, that's old. All right, we're gonna go with our next story. Is the ghost of Father Benedictus at Westminster Abbey. The resting place of kings is Westminster Abbey. Is one of the largest churches in England, and over the years it has acquired a reputation of being haunted. It sits in central London next to the House of the Parliament, which is like their government. You know how we have our White House and Washington? That's their government, the Parliament. The Abbey is the venue for coronations, royal weddings, burials. Its origins date back to the 10th century. How's about that for you? That whole place just has so much history and it's so old. Oh, okay. A number of ghosts allegedly haunt the Abbey. These include a spiritual soldier who is said to do mischief next to the tomb of the unknown warrior, as well as John Bradshaw, the 7th century judge who passed the death sentence on the deposed King Charles I, and now supposedly haunts the dinery. Other reports are the ghosts include a particular door that a ghost that opens one of the doors, and its lights get switched on and off suddenly by themselves. However, the most famous ghost of Westminster Abbey is that one of a monk known as Father Benedictus. Where the spirit acquired his name is unclear, although he is thought to have been Benedictine monk, one on account of the habit he is wearing. The monk is said to be friendly, and his story has become one of the legends of most. It's one of the biggest legends of London's landmarks is its monk. Sorry guys if I'm butchering this shit. Sorry if the show ain't that good. I'm kind of dead without Lexi here. I'm kind of like dead in the water. But there were several sightings of this ghost monk back in the 20th century. The earliest dates back to the 1900s when two young ladies noticed a tall lean figure in a monk's habit with a promoting forehead standing near their closeteers, observing them, and then he disappeared. They watched the mysterious figure again several minutes before it stepped back and disappeared directly into the wall. The Westminster Abbey has played host to many royal weddings over the years. Blah blah blah. I've already read all that. Okay. The monk was also witnessed on two separate occasions in the 1930s. First of these in 1932, it was particularly dramatic. Two American tourists relayed how they had encountered a monk, describing an apparition as it appearing lifelike. It also spoke to them. The somewhat boisterous tourist had assumed this was an actual person, describing him as rather entertaining. The monk went on to recount how he lived in the time of Henry V and had been stabbed to death by robbers. Although there was a particularly gruesome murder at the Abbey in the end. It was a gruesome murder in the Abbey in 1378. There are no records of a monk being killed there in the 16th century. Yeah. Well, at least he's a cool ghost, though. At least he ain't fucking squeezing the shit out of you and, giving you red marks on your back. That's just, man. But he talks to you. That'd be weird, though. See, I'm sorry. My hands are flying. I'm nervous. I'm like, I don't know what to do with my hands. Oh. But I hope y'all enjoyed that little story of the priest. Okay, we got that one of the priest. Now, you know what? Them two were pretty long. I am going to just save these two for our next podcast with Lexi. And what I'll do is I will go through and I'll find some old stuff for us to go through so you guys don't go away. I have some more stuff for you. All right? That's what I'll do. Well, no, I'll take that back. I'll just keep this on a short show. Excuse me. A short show today. I just feel weird without Lexi here. I ain't feeling it today. You ever get that feeling, guys, when you're trying to do something and you ain't feeling it? You know what I mean? It's not y'all. No, it's not you guys at all. You guys are my fans. I love doing this for you guys. It's just weird without Lexi here. But I'll go on a little rampage and wrap it up. But I hope everybody's doing good. Hope everybody's being safe. Everything's getting opened back up, getting back to normal. We're going to keep on busting out these shows. One night we're going to do one special one around the fire. So I think that'd be great. Sorry this one's a short one. I know we're longer, but man, I just can't get into it without Lexi here today. I'm trying to give you a good show and shit, but I'm sorry if I'm not. But you guys, like I said, you be good always to me. Remember on YouTube, hit them like buttons, subscribe buttons. Same thing on Spotify, Stitcher, everything else, guys. Keep downloading, keep hitting them buttons, and we'll keep doing these podcasts. I love doing them, but I just ain't feeling it today. I'm sorry, but it has been fun. I hope you enjoyed my stories today. Sorry if I was off, but we're going to start doing more YouTube videos too. But go check that. You can go back and check our other episodes out on Spotify. We're pretty much on Stitcher, iHeart, Pandora. Only thing we're really not on yet is Podcast One, Westwood One, but we're pretty much on everything else. I mean, we're pretty solid everywhere else. So, but you guys, I'm sorry for the short show, but I hope them two stories were pretty scary for you, my little keepies. But you guys be good. We will see you later. Remember now, check us out on Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, Patreon. We are everywhere. I'm going to get a GoFundMe page going. Maybe y'all can help the podcast out a little bit there. I'll give you more information about it when I get it going. That's about it. But you guys, don't be too scared now when you tuck yourself in. This has been Ghost Stories Told from the South with your host, Stephen LeBooth. And I hope you kids are going to be having a good day and have fun. Now you go have fun and scare the people. I can't even talk. But we'll see you later, guys. Bye.